Hi, my name is Rob Packard. I'm the president of Medical Device Academy, and this is a short video explaining who Medical Device Academy is and what we do. Number one, the name. We're a quality and regulatory consulting firm, but you wouldn't know that from the name. The reason why I chose the name Academy is because I love to do training. So we offer companies training for their employees, we offer workshops for individuals, and we also offer public webinars that you can download from our Medical Device Academy website. So if you're interested in some of our training products, that's what we love to do most, and that's where you'll find it is on the Medical Device Academy website. But we also are a traditional quality and regulatory consulting firm. Our ideal customer is a startup medical device company. I've worked with large companies, but I prefer to work with startup companies. And part of that's because that's what jobs I liked most as an entrepreneur. I enjoyed starting my own medical device company. I was CEO of a startup medical device company. And of the clients I've worked with, the ones that I've enjoyed working with the most are startups. They're practical. They really are driven by time. Mostly they want to get to market as quickly as they possibly can. And they're not caught up on doing everything extremely formally. They want to be just practical and get things done. We also like to work with companies that are developing their first product. We can help them if they're working on their second, third, or fourth product, but we bring the most value to the company when it's their first one and they haven't done this before. We also recommend that companies come to us during the early prototyping stage when a company needs to come up with a testing plan and needs to know what the regulatory pathway is. We can help you at any stage, including the very end, but where we add the most value is when you still haven't come up with a plan for all your testing in your regulatory pathway. The companies that we can add the most value to are the ones that don't already have somebody in quality or regulatory. And if you're looking to save some money, hire somebody with less experience initially in the quality manager role, and we can train them and make them better and teach them what they need to know over time. You don't have to know how to do everything in quality and regulatory when you don't even have a product on the market yet. You have time to learn, and we can offer that training and help them as they go. We even work with clients where they need us to write a job description for that quality manager and help them recruit and interview the people for that job. So you can actually save yourself some money by hiring somebody with less experience and let them grow into the job, and you use us for the more important regulatory, very specific skill sets later on as that person grows into their job. We also can help companies figure out what the next step is at any point along the pathway. So if you're not sure what to do next, one of the great ways to make use of our firm is just to set up a call with us and ask for advice. This is where we're at. This is what we're doing. What are we supposed to do next? What's the most important thing we should be worrying about? Number 6 here might seem a little strange. Why would we want companies that are undercapitalized? Well, I always like to use the phrase, big companies, they have to decide, where are we going to spend our money? Which projects should we bet our money on? So, where do we want to bet? They say don't put all your eggs in one basket. Well, a startup company only has one egg in one basket. So they have no choice. We like working with these companies because we can help them figure out how to best spend their money. And it's not going to be on us. We're actually the least expensive part of bringing a medical device product to market. The most expensive parts are typically the testing, the verification, the validation, or a clinical study if you have to do that. That's the most expensive part, and we can help you identify what testing is required versus optional and help you figure out ways to save some money on that testing. So that's where we bring a lot of value to our clients is, understanding who they should be using for testing, what tests need to be done, and what tests can be avoided. And last but not least, even though half of our clients are in the US, the clients we bring the most value to are ones outside the US. Companies outside the US aren't as familiar with the US system. They haven't been through an FDA inspection before. They need a US agent. Any company that's registered outside the US and is registered with the FDA has to have a US agent, so we can provide that service. And we're very familiar with the FDA 510K and pre-sub process. We talk with the FDA every single week. So that brings a lot of value from our company. We know CE marking, we know Canadian licensing, and we can help companies that maybe have a CE mark but now want to enter the US. But we provide a lot of value to the companies that are outside the US and want to get in the US market. You might also wonder who we are. So you're not just hiring Rob Packard, you're hiring our whole firm. We work together as a team. The most important people are the support members at the top. They're the people that are doing a lot of the putting together your quality system procedures, revising those quality system procedures, taking notes during the conference calls we have with your company, making sure your submission gets to FedEx on time, printing out the cover sheet. And they're making sure that Mary and I don't forget things for these submissions. They're double checking our work, proofreading it, making sure that everything validates properly before we send it off to the FDA. They do a lot of the work behind the scenes, and so really they become the most valuable part of the project team because they're doing about 80% of the work. Mary and I have the experience of being quality managers and directors of quality at startup companies and having done all the jobs before, but we can't do it all by ourselves. And the most efficient use of your money is to have us work on the most important, most critical tasks and have our team do the rest of the work. Because they know our templates and they do it the same way every single time. And they've been through our training process, so they can really be a testament to how good that training process is for each of our procedures and our regulatory submissions training.